right. Look, I fixed it. Remember, it had that white pause, but I fixed it this time. Hey, everybody. Welcome back to Pillow Talk Unplugged. We have a great show tonight. Again, this is our season 3. Great topics. Last week was about the wedding saga with the Leverettes. I had so much to tell, so I hope you were able to tune in for that show. And now this week we have something great to talk about. But first, before I get into it, I'm Stacy. I'm the owner of Sashel Essence, and I created this podcast to talk about different topics that we aren't able to talk about in real life. They're here, but the world has such an opinion that we're not able to discuss it without being judged. So this is a platform where you can unplug and be yourself with no judgment, and it stays here, right? Until everybody else see it. And I'm gonna go ahead and let my co-host introduce herself.
Hi, I'm Anya. I'm Stacy's best friend. She brought me on just to have an extra voice because we both have strong opinions. But yet they're the same. They're the same.
Right. All right, y'all. So if y'all are here and y'all are watching, please drop a hello so we can know that you're here. I will toggle back between my personal page and my business page. So yeah. All right. So you know that it's a 3-person show, right? All right. So my co-host is not able to be on the show this week, unfortunately. So my girl
Going
broke
through it.
her ankle. I mean, she broke her ankle last show, right? So we was like, okay, go ahead, get yourself together, heal. And then just recently, she went through a very horrific situation that nobody ever wants to face. She had a fire. It wasn't her fault. The fire was due to someone else in her apartment complex, and then they ended up taking the fall. So unfortunately, she is now without a home. And I'm just asking everyone that is watching tonight. She has a GoFundMe. Her name is Lynette McCutcheon. I hope I pronounced it right.
Because you were about to butcher it.
Okay, I definitely was, but she's on my page. She has a GoFundMe if you can donate to help her rebuild back her life. Her and her family are in a hotel right now. She wasn't able to get anything much to keep her sustained, just a little bit that she could get. You know how it goes with fires and complexes, they lock you out and all of that. And then she was able to save her pet, Gizmo, which I'm pretty sure she has to feed him as well, along with her family and kids and everything, and her husband. So I'm asking you if you can please donate, please, please, please. And hey, love. Hey,
Hey,
Denise, how
Jeanette.
are you, honey? Thank you so much for tuning in tonight. So yes, please. My co-host is going through it. We said, all right, honey, we're going to see you in January because right now she is going through it. So see, these things happen. It's unexpected. I actually had a fire in my complex not too long ago. And I'm not thankful that it happened. Okay. Cause those things are just terrible, but everybody made it out safe. And so did they, where she lived at. But the problem is you get displaced. You got to start all over depending on what you were able to grab. And I'm so fortunate that it didn't happen with me. You know, I had my goddaughter with me, and I could just only imagine me trying to haul behind out of a door with a baby. But I know one thing, she would have got a real life experience because I would have hold her in one hand and been grabbing everything else in the other. Okay. So yeah, I'm just glad that everybody was safe, but you never want to have to go through these things. It's just very life-changing, and it's so upsetting when you have to deal with the other things in life. So please donate.
And actually, Lynette, I know eventually, if you haven't tuned in, you're going to make sure that you post your GoFundMe in the comments too so that people will see it.
Yes, and I also put it under here as well. Thank you, Anya, for that. So tonight we have a good topic. All right, let's talk about it. Okay. Dysfunction disguised as personality. All right, let's talk about the unhealed, because some people out here are really unhealed. They have a lot of trauma, but they're using that as like some mechanism to fight back, right? Or they're using it as, oh, this is just who I am. So I want to touch on this because I have experienced so many things, like so many encounters with that dysfunction. And now that I'm actually realizing what it means, I'm starting to really see it in other people around me. Like, wait a minute, that's a dysfunction. So that's what I've been saying for the last 2 weeks, right? Anything that happened, I'm like, oh, that's a dysfunction. That's a dysfunction. Like, I really got the cure for that, right? So yeah, I feel like I have my own dysfunctions as well. And
We all do.
I mean, right, it's humans, right? So I think for me, my dysfunction is being transparent, oversharing, right? So I overshare so much to the point where I'm thinking, oh, I'm sharing, I'm making sure everybody know I'm that real girl, blah, 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 keeping it real.
Mhm.
But then I'm starting to think, no, girl, you're oversharing and you're being transparent. You're giving other people leverage to know what's going on in your life every second of the day. But sat back and thought, I was like, but I don't know nothing about them. Like, they'll be doing all types of stuff in their life and I don't even know anything about it. I'm the last to know,
Mhm.
and they have one up on my life to know what's going on every minute of the day because I'm always oversharing. So I decided, after looking into some statistics and everything and realizing, I'm like, wait a minute, girl, you overshare and it's giving people leverage. So now they can dictate how your life will go and they can rotate their lives around you, oversharing and giving them that leverage. So
Or
this
just feeling like they have an opinion about everything.
right. And sometimes the opinions are invalid as heck. And it's like, well,
Mhm.
look at you casting a stone on me and your life ain't no better. But okay, I'll take your opinion, but that's my fault because I gave them that leverage to overstep because I'm being transparent, right? So I was like, well, moving forward, you're not gonna know nothing. I don't care if the sky is falling in my house, you ain't gonna know it. I was like, that's enough oversharing because the oversharing for me is my own dysfunction. So I didn't realize that. And as I start to do research, it came from me being, I have my own unhealed trauma, right? Because I was always oversharing for approval. That's what it said, that I was always sharing, always overextending my life and things that were going on, not for the fact that I was being transparent to let everybody be comfortable with me. No, I was being transparent because I thought oversharing would keep people around and it was for approval.
Mhm.
As I'm getting older, your approval don't mean nothing to me, right? Because I'm starting to learn who I am. So yeah, I learned that about myself. I was like, girl, you have a
I
problem.
I understand because I feel like I definitely do the same thing. I do a lot of people pleasing, a lot of not saying no in the times when I should, and
Mhm.
just doing whatever everybody else wants me to do because that's where you get your validation from,
Right.
instead of actually thinking about yourself and the things that you need.
Right.
So I definitely relate. I understand.
Right. I'm definitely the one that I used to always look for validation, but for some reason I have become very resilient to that. I could care less, right, about
Mhm.
anything. I had one of my family members. All right, y'all. So I have a little story. And I feel so proud of myself because I kind of put her in her place. So I had a family member that called and she was like, "Oh, I saw your wedding and everything and you know, you look so beautiful and everything." Now, mind you, she's calling from Jamaica. Didn't y'all just have a hurricane, sis? To give me advice about what I'm doing? No, ma'am, because your whole world is falling apart over there. But people, again, have their opinions. So I was sharing with her everything that was going on in the wedding, blah, blah, blah. Fast forward. She goes and says, well, be careful of what you post in. And maybe you should have posted your wedding pictures from here up. So I was like, why? She was like, because down at the bottom of your wedding dress. Now, this is the Caribbean side. They always criticizing. So she was like, down at the bottom of your wedding dress is kind of like wide, and you don't want anybody to assume you're heavier. If you put it up here because you have a small waist, it would look different. So I said, ain't this about a. So I said, let me tell you something. I said, when I got married, I didn't get married to you. I got married to my husband, and he didn't have a problem with it when he saw me walk around that corner. So I don't need your validation for anything. But see, this
Mhm.
is what happened. This was an aunt that I used to always go to and talk to tell her different things about myself and my marriage and different things, like a confidant. That's what happens when you give people leverage. So they feel that they have an opinion. So now you're telling me that the bottom of my wedding dress should be covered because of my size. I was like, girl, so tell me what I did with that. So I had told her that week, oh, I'm going to send you something to help you out because you know y'all going through it. Girl, bye. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. I was
But
like,
you
oh,
know,
I ain't sending you a damn thing.
you
I
didn't
just
even
felt
tell
so,
me about that. That was bold.
it
That
was
was
bold.
that was bold.
You know what? I was telling Andrew about it, and he was like, man, this is the craziest thing he said. I don't want to be a part of the Caribbean community. I said, oh God.
I
Not
mean,
him.
people are gonna criticize either way, but still,
Right.
that was for it to be such a beautiful day and for you to have been such a beautiful bride. Why did you sit there and try to find something negative?
That's because of the transparency. Giving her so much, sharing about my weight in the past, different things, thinking we were cool, and then boom, she laid it on me. I said, to
Mhm.
hell with that. I said, you know what? Some people are always just gonna have their opinions. And that was the validation. So here I am looking for her validation when it ended up being criticism. But again, that's the oversharing I do. So, girl, listen, it's so much to this. Let's unlock some more stuff, okay? Because this is not, I just want to get mines off the table, but it's some dysfunctional people out here. So if you're one of those ones on this show tonight, I hope this help you change your dynamic of yourself. All right, so let's see. Because I had to write my stuff down.
I mean,
All right.
or even for them just to think about, if you don't feel like you need to change yourself,
Mhm.
think about your interactions with the people in your life, the ones that always have something negative to say, that
Mhm.
it's a back-ended compliment instead of it being just upfront. Oh my God, you were beautiful, you were this, you were that.
Mhm.
Like, even for larger women like us, oh, you are pretty for a big girl.
Yep.
Why
And
you say
then,
that?
right.
What does my size have to do with anything?
Again, you never know what their trauma is, so it falls on you when really
Mhm.
it's not you that have the dysfunction.
That good
So,
old projection.
very much so. There's another one here. Selfishness. Girl, selfishness. Now, they said that there's two types of selfishness, right? Healthy selfishness, but there's also a dysfunction selfishness. There's some people out here that are so disregarded to the things that you have going on in your life. As long as they're pleased, they do not care. I was like, is that really a dysfunction? Yes, because it's their, I don't know if it's like a spoiled adult type of thing. I want, or if it's just, I can't even explain it, but I was so shocked to see that selfishness was a form of dysfunction and they're disguising it as a personality. I was like, what?
Mhm.
So you were sharing something with me. So not to call any names or say anything, but I kind of want to just tap into your story real quick because I was mind blown because I couldn't believe that you were saying that and it ended up being a part of what we were talking about.
Yeah, because things like that happen all the time in our conversations. Like, oh, that's going on the show. But I mean, so I
Listen,
gotta
this is not a person that you're gonna
look.
be. You could
I got
talk about it. This is
look.
unplugged. Let it out,
I
girl.
gotta find it. I'm no, because I can say this. Like, I have dealt with a person that was very selfish and said they were selfish.
Right.
It was, I want you all to myself.
Mm-hmm.
If I wanted to go do something, it was okay. Well, why do you have to do that? Well,
Mm-hmm.
can't you do this instead? But
Mm-hmm.
I really want to spend time with you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and you can spend time with me when I get done with what I need to get done.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they even went so far as to say, let's say if I was going to a concert or something,
Mm-hmm.
I'll reimburse you for the ticket. Come spend time with me. If I already told you I had plans, why are you trying to get me to change my plans? Also, no, that's a memory. That's a moment that I wanted to be a part of. That's something I wanted to attend. And now you're like, oh, you don't need to go to that.
Mm-hmm.
It'll come back around. No, no, it won't come back around because I chose this moment. This is what I wanted to do. And I'm not going to change my plans just to pacify you and how you're feeling. And then for the person to be bold enough to say, well, I'm selfish. I want all your time. People say that and it can be cute. Like sometimes I'm like, oh, I just want all your time because I enjoy spending time with you. And that's cool. That's fine.
Mm-hmm.
But it gets really manipulative when you sit here and say, I want your time. I know you have these plans, but change them for me.
Oh yeah.
No, I'm not changing my plans for you.
That is so dysfunctional. And I'm like, why do you feel that the
It
world
is.
should stop because it's something that you want to do?
Mhm.
That really gets to me, right? And I'm like, oh my God, people are really like that. They don't care. I mean, you could be going through the worst, and it's like, okay, well, this is what I got going on. How about this? And you're like, well, wait a minute. Did you not hear me say I have a headache today and I just don't, or my stomach is hurting, or I'm just not in the mood, and they just disregard it. And I did not know
Mhm.
selfishness is a dysfunction, but guess what? Some people are not aware of how selfish they are,
It's the
right?
selfishness and it's of course being self-absorbed because what remember that ex I had
Right.
where it was just like every time I said something like, oh, I'm having a bad day. Oh yeah, I've been having a bad day too because this happened, that happened. Sir, I wasn't even done with my thought.
Right.
And you interjected and started talking about your stuff. Or I'll say, oh, well, I'm upset about this one. I'm upset about that too, because the way it affected me was I don't I was
You
talking
can
about me.
never have a moment.
Yeah, it's like
It's not allowed
can
there.
we focus on this right now, on me right now? We could talk about you.
Hmm.
But I started out with me, but you're so self-absorbed
Right.
that all you're thinking about is yourself.
Yeah. I had no idea that selfishness was a dysfunction. So I wonder what transpired from that. I'm thinking maybe as children, those people maybe didn't get paid attention enough to, or
For the ones
um,
that I know, that was definitely their case.
okay. Because it's like, do you have some kind of abandonment going on, or what? Like, why are you even like this? So I don't know if I encountered it on my own, and maybe I didn't recognize it. And most times I can't recognize it with people that I love. But then I have
Mhm.
to stop and think, like, is there a moment I ever had to deal with someone that disregarded everything that was going on to appease them, right? So I was
Mhm.
just, I don't, like I said, I have never, I don't know it. I will never recognize it because that's the sweet person that I am, to just be like, oh, okay. But then if someone else was to hear it, they were like, oh, they didn't even care what you had going on, you know? And I'm just like, where does this come from? Why are people like this? But again, it's a dysfunction and they carry it around as a personality. And then here they go, that's just who I am.
Mhm.
I'm so tired of hearing that. Look at Lynette. Oh, hey, honey.
Hey
I
girl,
don't know if you
hey.
hey, I don't know if you were on, but you can engage here, girl. We'll pick up. If you want to discuss something, just throw it in the chat. We'll talk on it because we still have you in our heart and on our show. Because
And
girl, we
put your
miss
GoFundMe
you.
in the comments.
Yes, please put the GoFundMe there so they can donate. But yes, this is Lynette, and like I said, I pronounced her name right. So if you're looking for her, you want to donate to her GoFundMe, there you are. She appreciate anything will help. All right, so here's another one. All right, let's go into this one because I'm telling you, did projection. Projection is a dysfunction. I had no
Of
idea.
course it is.
I had no idea that that was a dysfunction. Well, I know. Listen, my girl's gonna kill me, right? I see here, like, I don't know. Some people, I don't know. All right, let me skip over that. Some people just, I think they project like their childhood trauma into adulthood, but instead of them saying, hey, I'm not pleased with the way that I look, I'm gonna make you feel bad about how you look.
Oh, I know where you were going with that. Yeah,
So
don't do
it's
it.
like, wait a minute, who give you the right to make me feel that way about my how I feel about myself, but you're no better. You get what I'm saying? So I was like, I did not know projection was a form of dysfunction, but I'm trying to see, like, how is that into a personality? Maybe you can embark on that, Anya, because I was like,
I
what?
know
Projection?
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Hmm.
Um, I remember I had an interaction with a person who
Mm-hmm.
were very nice,
Mm-hmm.
and I definitely haven't held anything against them. But I mean, I've met people that be like, "Oh my gosh, you know what, girl? Don't you worry about your size. You're gonna find somebody." And I'm like, "Who was worried about whose size?
Right.
Are you worried about your size? Because I don't have no problems over here. Not a one."
Mm-hmm.
So the projection it's real because it always has to do with the things about a person that they're not satisfied with,
Mm-hmm.
that they don't like. And
Right.
it's a bit sad though, because it's those are really things that you can work through instead of putting on other people.
A lot of people don't really know how to do that, even in their adult years. You get what I'm saying? And sometimes it's not even about how you look on the outside. Sometimes it's your heart posture that
Yeah,
they're
it's the way you feel.
upset. Yeah, or like who you are on the inside. Like for me, um, I had a situation. It wasn't here in this area, it was in Richmond. I had like a little friend of me. You ever have a friend in your group, but they really your enemy, and you like every time I turn around, there's something that you're doing to make me look bad. So if 90% of people say, "Oh, Stacy's this, Stacy that," I'm not looking for that. I'm not 100%. Let me repeat that. I am not 100%. I got SHIT with me too. Okay. I'm human. That's everybody. If you sit here and say that you don't have stuff with you, I don't want to be your friend. I really don't. I don't like being in a group of people that are like dysfunctionally thinking that they don't have issues. I'm like, everybody does. They have something that they're
Mhm.
battling, something that doesn't please them. You can't tell me you wake up every day in the world and I'm magically okay. If that's you, this please, toxic positivity, you're way over there. Leave me alone.
Not
So
toxic positivity.
yeah, stay over there because it's no real thing. And I want people to understand that yes, you can control the temperature of your day, but overall, out of that whole day, something's going to irritate you. But to act like you go through life with nothing going on, that's just diabolical to me. So she always used to try to make it like she always used to try to find something. And so one day we got into a big argument. She had came to my house for like a gathering, and I was like, I'm drunk now. Okay. So the drinking is in me. And let me tell you, tequila is not my friend. That's like the devil brew. So if you
Really?
ever, huh?
I said, really?
It is the tequila is the fighting drink for me. So when I got like some drinking courage, I was like, every time I turn around, you're trying to make it like I'm the villain. What is wrong with you? And honey, when I say she went off, I felt like it was a guilty spirit. It went from her telling me, da 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 da, you ain't this, I hate you, blah. I'm like, this is how you really felt inside. So she always tried to make me out to be the villain. And I'm like, this is crazy. I was like, your dysfunction is with me because you're mad at how I am and how people are attached to me. And they're not that
Mhm.
way with you. And so you're trying to make it that I'm the problem. Girl, she let her whole heart out. It was so bad. We were out in the middle of the street fighting. I mean, it was a chaotic night. Me and my sister was out there like two hooligans fighting this woman and her husband, girl.
Oh no.
Yes, it was bad. It was real bad. One thing I can say about my sister, she don't care man, woman, or animal. She gonna fight.
Oh, I already know.
Yeah. So we were out there like some heathens, all because she had that all stored up in her. So after a while, I started to think, no, that's how you really felt. But why is it my fault that you're not happy with your personality? So you're going to project your dysfunction on me that I'm too happy or I'm too received by others and you make it your problem. So that to me, I was like, wow, I did not know projection was a thing. So moving along, they had manipulation. So I think that might be close to, no, it's not close to selfishness. Manipulation. Now I know you were just talking about that before we got off the show. How is that a disguise as a personality? Maybe it is a such thing. I get manipulated by my daughter every day. I'm
Uh,
being pimped.
Stop talking about my baby. Stop
She pimped
talking
me every day.
about my baby.
So
Also,
what?
remember, why you talking trash? She's just a little you.
Yeah, right. But I don't think I'll be manipulating folks. Come on now.
Well, is she manipulating you or is she just being a teenager?
I don't know, but what do you think
She
of
just spoiled and she want her way. Um,
adults are like that? I know plenty of adults that gotta have their way. And I mean, they'll get big mad. They can't tell you that they're mad, especially when they hear the word no. There's some adults that don't like the word no. So when they hear no, they be crashing out on the other end, but they really want to tell you, like, "Bam, bam, bam." But they can't tell you that they're mad, because how does that look for an adult to have a tantrum because you said no to them? So
and we'll flip
it's
it.
in adults too. They can have their way. But as far as like manipulation, what do you think on that, Anya? Listen, y'all, I'm trying to get Anya out her shell so we can stop blinking on the
I
screen.
I'm not blinking on the screen today.
I'm
I am
joking.
I am talking.
Okay, no, you're doing good though. Go ahead.
You
Am I
just, you know,
dysfunctional? Am I being dysfunctional? No, go ahead. I'm sorry. I'm
yeah, just a little bit, just a little
joking.
bit. Because I can have my quiet moments. I can
Okay.
take it in.
Hmm.
But no, manipulation is real. I
Hmm.
I definitely have experienced it here recently, just with different interactions, friendships,
Hmm.
especially with dating. It's really big.
Really? How?
It's really big in dating.
Well,
Yeah.
you would know about that. I haven't dated in years, but go ahead, share
Well,
because
no. You because you know you're Mrs. Leverett, so
look, oh,
it's
don't
it's
think my husband
it's
manipulate
been a
me
long
every
time.
day. He manipulates every day. Do not think that man is innocent, because there I'll be doing things I said I wasn't gonna do and be doing it. So no, I be getting pimped with him too. But go ahead.
No, I mean, just I feel like dating is definitely one of those things where that is a big dysfunction.
Mhm.
I'm tired of hearing the "we're grown."
Right.
I'm definitely tired of hearing that. Oh yeah, we can hang out, we can do this, we can do that. Oh, we grown, you know, it can. No,
Mhm.
I am grown enough to be like, you know what, I don't feel like doing that. Or
Right.
this the whole thing. Oh, you don't have time for me. I
Right.
have time, and I'm giving you the time that I want to give you.
Right.
I still have other things going on, and sometimes people try to make you feel bad for having a life or just being social, or you have the people that don't have
Mhm.
very strong family foundations. They'll be
Yep.
like, "Oh, you're always around your family." I am.
Mhm.
I remember, you know what? No, I ain't gonna say that. I'm not gonna say that.
This is
'Cause-
unplugged, honey. So they can't be afraid to hear their truth, whether a
And
name is called or
you know what? And it is. Oh no, because I know they can't see this because I mean
not. Mhm.
they can't follow me on any social media.
Okay.
But I mean, I even had someone that I was close to that felt a way about the time that I spent with my family and
Mhm.
said some real foul,
Mhm.
foul stuff just because they were bothered by the time that I spent with my family.
Right.
Like they tried to imply incest, and I'm like, oh, you wild for that.
What?
You wild for that. Just because your relationship with your family is very
Mhm.
toxic, you're mad at me because I spend time with mine.
So wait a minute. So because of that, they're trying to say incest. Do you know what incest is? Meaning that you be sleeping with your family members, cousins on cousins. No, that's wild. And see, that's a form,
And it
that's
was.
manipulation, because it's almost like they're taking it. How can I put this? It's almost like they're making you feel guilty for being who you are to your family. But why should I feel guilty about that? And that's another thing. That guilt trip be off the chain. I
And it,
swear, I
which is
swear.
definitely the biggest form of
I'm
manipulation.
telling
Okay?
you, that manipulate that what did I just say?
Guilt
The
trip.
guilt tripping. I'm like, I've seen it for myself. I'm like, you really did that? I just told you, and you really put that to tell me to do what? That's not going to change my mind. I don't care if the brick is falling on your head. I said no. So
Or
it's
even,
just
well, why don't you want to do this? I mean, you're doing this instead. So I mean,
mhm,
why not just do this too? No, because I don't want to. Oh my God. But if you would just leave me alone about it.
right,
I already said no, you can't make me feel bad about the decision that I made.
right.
This was the decision that was right for me.
That is crazy. You know what else is a good one, Anya? Trauma dumping.
Baby.
That right there. Listen, if I feel like, you know what, let's normalize. Okay, so this is a dysfunction. I had a dysfunction situation. I don't know if this is dysfunction, but see, I had somebody, as soon as they get up, they cut right into your text messages. They don't say good morning. They don't say hello, how are you? They don't even check if you're alive. They just cut right into what's going on with them. And I'm just looking like, well, hello to you too. So now you want me to jump in and solve your problem. And I'm like, no, you did not. I'm like, why are you so daggone disrespectful? So then I said, hey, let's normalize saying good morning. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know I was bothering you. God darn. I am so sorry for checking you. That's coming up too. People that cannot be checked. Oh, honey, that's the biggest dysfunction.
But no, the trauma dumping is real.
It is.
I definitely have some trauma dumpers in my life.
Oh, I got a lot of them.
When it gets to be too heavy,
Mm-hmm.
I got to take a break.
Yeah.
I may not be on the phone with you as long. I may not answer your calls as much because it kills me when someone calls and says, "Hey, how you doing? How's your day?" But they don't ask you because they want to know. They ask you because, oh, this was just my segue into the conversation. Like, I just want to act like I really care, but I don't really care. Let me tell you what happened with me today. And then before you know it, it just starts rolling and it doesn't stop. And the biggest thing is, even when you're in a great mood, you're having a wonderful day.
Yeah.
And somebody calls you with all of their shit, dumps it, brings you down to their level, and is like, all right, I got to go. I'll call you back later.
I hate it. Somebody said, oh, Chloe said, people, hey, Chloe, people
Hey,
like
girl.
to censor from envy, jealousy, and projection, especially when they have bad family ties. Yeah, that is a big thing. But yeah, trauma dumping is so real. Let me tell you. I mean, and then I don't like the texting trauma. Can I answer the first text before you start bombarding me with 7 others? So then if I just respond to one, you're like, well, that's all. And I'm like, I didn't
That's
even
all
get
you had to
past,
say.
yeah, I'm like, I didn't even get past the first one. You're sending me 12 different text messages all at one time. I don't know if I do it. I probably do, because trust me. And I figured out the other day, I stopped myself. My girlfriend, I had texted her, and I was like, but I was meaning to check on her. Honestly, I was. Because we just went through this government shutdown and everything. So I wanted to make sure she was okay. And I was meaning to check on her, but it just fell within the time that I had just dealt with something. So I was calling her to get an opinion. No, I was checking on her initially, but it just so happens. And now I felt myself trauma dumping. So I had to stop myself. And I'm like, you know what? Wait a minute. I'm sorry, honey. I really was checking on you because I really wanted to know how you were doing. And here I am asking for your opinion on a situation when I shouldn't have done that. I should have genuinely checked on you. And that's when she gave me the okay to share, but I had to check myself. Try talking to a person that don't check themselves. Girl, they be up here all the time. So me, I can't deal with that. At this age, my ears are starting to ring when people talking loud and doing certain things. My mind's starting to be foggy. Like, I'm retarded. I get retarded at this age trying to listen to people trauma dump. And I'm like, what is wrong with you? I'm like, calm down. First of all, I can't deal with all that hollering in my ears. So I definitely can't deal with that. And that's a dysfunction, but people are not aware of it. They just
No, they're not.
They don't have it to say, oh, well, darn, I really am getting on this person. Why not I just calm down? Nothing clicks to them in the time of them. And then this is the thing. Did you ever hear a trauma dumper yell as they're getting more into the conversation?
Okay, what about when they start yelling and then their voice is breaking up while they're talking, so you don't even hear everything that they said? So you sit there trying to piece stuff together.
I mean,
I'm
listen,
like,
when I'm hearing it, if I start to get quiet, so okay, for anybody that calls me and you feel like you're in a trauma dumping, right? And I start to get quiet, I'm exhausted at that point, and my battery is checking out, and I'm going in fight or flight. So I'm like, okay, at this point, I'm gonna just let you talk, and I'm gonna go do other things because I can't handle this. I'm telling you. So when you're talking to them, they're like, rah, 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 rah. And I'm like, why are they screaming? Why? Why are you screaming through the phone? I can hear you. Just calm down. It's going to be okay. So for me, I
Mhm.
can't deal with the trauma dumping in ear, and I can't even deal with it reading it. So I'll just shut down, or I'll just answer like one word at a time, just so it could be done and over with. Because for me, it's just too much. So I did not know that was a dysfunction, Anya.
Yeah, I don't even do any of that. I think they just talk and I don't say anything. And then when it's over, I'm like, all right, so I gotta go.
Mm-hmm.
I got something else to do. Somebody's calling. There's something. I gotta walk my fish.
Not walk the fish.
I gotta walk my fish. I gotta do something. Oh my
Coming up with
god.
anything just to get off of that, out of that realm. I was just like, wow, that is so crazy. And that's why I said, hold on a second. I'm trying to, because a girl, I have to get into a thing. Like I'm trying to get something where I could hold up my little prompts instead of just having it on my phone, because it's so ghetto to do a podcast with you looking down and you're supposed to be engaging with the viewers, right?
I mean, but you're still engaging because you're still talking. It's just like,
Right.
oh, I got these notes right
Yes,
here.
because I was so shocked that all the things that people have as a personality trait, but it's real life things that people are doing. You know what I think? I think COVID exposed a lot of this. Like it was a lot of stuff that was lying dormant that we didn't see, and it just exploded open. I'm seriously.
It did because people got so emotionally awkward and socially awkward. But you know what? That's when social media also became even bigger too, which also
Mhm,
affects people's personalities. Like I feel like that's a whole nother dysfunction too, with your influence when it comes to social media in your life as well.
mhm,
Because I know like
mhm,
even with outside of the Instagram, TikTok, the reels and things like that, you
mhm.
also got to think about the fact that everybody's got a camera on their phone. So we're even seeing things now that are traumatic, but
Mhm.
we're desensitized to it.
Yep.
Because
Hey, Marius.
we
Go ahead.
definitely got a front row seat to the assassination of Charlie Kirk. Crazy
Right.
that you could pull that up on social media and see it.
Mhm,
I can go into it.
mhm.
I'm just saying the fact that now everything is so uncensored.
But
And
you
now
know, we have a real. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. Go ahead.
no, but I mean, even with people feel like they need to be validated through social media. Like
Yeah.
everybody all of a sudden has these new identities, these new personalities based off of what they see.
Yep. Yep, Chloe said it. Overexposure. When
It
do you
is.
don't even have a secret life? And I know some people right now that will go for broke looking for validation.
Mm-hmm.
Like you don't have nothing. And then the crazy part is, I know the real you, right? I know who you are in real life, but yet you're on social media being somebody different. I'm like, wait a minute. This is smoke and mirrors.
Look,
Why are you
looking
like
like
this?
look like you living a good life.
Yeah. Some people do that a lot, and it's so bad because it's like, who are you impressing? Because at the end of the day, after you get those 100 likes, those 100 followers, or whatever it is, you're still a sad person on the inside. You still have real life stuff going on. This is why I don't take social media as serious. I use it for my business. Sometimes I'll post certain things saying happy birthday to my baby or something. Maybe he'll go back later. These kids will go back later and see things on my page if I'm not around to be like, oh, my mom, things like that.
Mhm.
But I'm learning to be more private, and just keeping it with the basic things that everybody would share on a day-to-day basis instead of overexposure. Because I had went out one time and the person said to me, I didn't see it on Facebook. Why do you need to see it on Facebook? That's my business. I was like, but again, because I'm such a transparent, dysfunctional person sharing all my
Mhm.
business, they expect them to know every step of the way. So people use the social media as like it's a center of your life, right? Oh, if you're not my friend on Facebook, that's it. That's the end of the friendship.
Baby, I
I'm
had a
just your
whole
friend.
argument with somebody because I didn't post pictures and relationship statuses on Facebook. And I'm like, but you met my family though.
Right.
Why are you worried about what people see on Facebook? You met my
That's
family.
the dysfunction of
Like you were
insecurity.
part of my real life. Like
Right.
not to say that your social media isn't real life, but you were part of my real life.
Right.
Why does it have to be online? Back in the day when I was young, Lord, somebody could poop beside me and I was gonna post it on Facebook. Oh my God, I can't believe they did. But now I'm more private. Everything is more personal. You have to keep some things that are sacred to yourself. I'm
Right.
not doing anything for likes.
Right.
I'm
Right.
not doing anything to live up to a certain image for
Right.
everybody else to see. I don't need that
Okay.
validation.
Let's repeat that. I'm not living to a certain image for everybody to see.
Yeah, my all I've been saying all year is what? I'm not about to be somebody else's entertainment.
But see, that's a dysfunction too. Because listen, the dysfunction of being seen, like that seen and not heard type of thing, that people are really living off of that. I'm telling you, I'm not going through all this hell to erase you off my Facebook page. I'm not going
Hmm.
through all of that to unfriend you. I don't need that for me to prove that we just don't deal with each other. How about in real life? I don't deal with you in real life. So if I see you in the street and I know I don't deal with you, I'm not speaking to you. I'm moving
Make eye
on.
contact and keep it
Yes,
moving.
and I'm gone. That's my own thing. Like I'm not being dysfunctional and be up on, if you like something on my page, I'm gonna say, okay, I'm a heart it. That's your own thing. Maybe you feel like, oh, I'm still getting through to her on Facebook. But do know I don't deal with you. So if I see you in public, you're gonna be offended because that's real life justify where we are, not social media.
Mhm.
So that I think this is, you're right. Social media and just the fact of having that exposure is causing people to not be in their right mind. So they're developing all these personalities. And so everybody has an opinion. I mean, there's so many bullies. There's so many people that are going through trauma and they're posting it. It's just bad, right?
I mean, and you know what? It even there can still be a negative effect, even with the things when people are posting stuff positively.
Mm-hmm.
Because a lot of times people post positive things that's supposed to be encouragement, but then others get anxiety.
Yeah.
They take it as pressure. Okay, so they said this, so now I need to achieve this. I need to be this.
Right, right,
It's
right,
hashtag Black Girl Magic. So now I need to do astronomical things in order for me to matter.
right,
When really it's just about you being yourself. It's about authenticity.
right, right. And
So I
nobody, mhm, go ahead.
no, go ahead.
Being authentic is not a thing. I'm not saying it's dysfunctional, but it does develop a personality, right? Where you
Mhm.
think that, I don't know, some people are like real bullyish in life, right? And they're thinking, well, that's just who I am and that's how I be. But you get a kick out of making somebody feel smaller than you. You feel what I'm saying? You
Or making somebody look bad. And
look
that's
bad. That
bad.
makes you feel good. That's that. And then they make it like a joke. And it's like, why are you joking? Something that hurt me is funny to you. No, what trauma are you dealing with? You know what I'm saying? So that
Mhm.
to me is just, it's just a whole weird dynamic of how people are. And I did not know that our own dysfunction is what led up to your personality and it's becoming a permanent personality, right?
Or
So
even
now,
just not healing. Because if you don't heal
mhm,
from whatever you went through, then that's a part of it too.
yeah. And some people are not ready to heal. I know I haven't been in, I wasn't in a healed place for a very long time, a very long time. And I thought like, oh, I got to have people around me or I'm not going to be, and choosing the wrong friends for a very long time. Listen, to the point where you're misused in your friendships because people
Mhm.
see that you're a kind person, they'll know it and they'll take full advantage. And
And
they're
take it for
dysfunctional
granted.
because they don't even know that that's what they're doing. And you're like, wait a minute, I'm being used. I don't want to be used.
Mhm.
So it's just, it leads up. And then this is just something that they're used to doing. So they become manipulative without them really knowing that they're being manipulative.
And then when you pull their card, there's no accountability.
I hate that.
Absolutely
That
none.
is
I can tell you how messed up you are. I can tell you how you hurt me.
right.
I don't think I hurt you. Like, that's just how I am. I said that and I hurt your feelings.
Yeah.
Are you sure you're not just being sensitive?
That's how I was. I did. Okay, so let me just let out a little secret. So that's how I used to be to Andrew. Now I'm being my own self. Like I'm just being transparent because we're on Unplugged.
Mhm.
And we're already married. Everybody know. You know what I'm saying? So I used to be in that place with him because I was just like, oh, well, just suck it up. This is how I am. You know, that rah, rah, rah. But I'm like, are you doing that because you're on a defense mechanism and you want him to know, like, oh, don't play with me? Or are you
Mhm.
respecting this man because he's your husband? Like, what are you doing? So he used to always say, it's not what you say, it's how you say it. Right. And I never followed that. So my own thing was to buck up my own dysfunction because now it became a personality. Like, that's who I am. Just deal with it. Buck up on him and bring him down here so I could feel like I'm over top. When really, that's not how you respond to people. So I even had to teach myself, like, settle down, sis. Like, why you got to be like that? That's another human being too. You wouldn't like it if he spoke to you that way because coming from a man, you would receive it wrong if he was to call you out your name or yell at you or belittle you. Now you ready to fight because you're like, oh, this man done disrespected me. But what did you say to lead up to that? You know? So I
Yeah.
was just like, wow, that is something that I had to learn the hard way. It's just being respectful. And that's just a personality trait that nobody's carrying these days. People are just not respectful genuinely. Okay. It
No,
just,
because they feel like they're being real if they're being rude.
yeah,
Nobody thinks about the fact you need to treat others the way that you want to be treated.
right. That is crazy. And I was just like, wow. So yeah, going back to that accountability, it don't even matter how nice you put it. You'll still be the bad guy. I'm like, all right, well, so now I don't even address it. You know what I do? Just start cutting people off because now I know what I'm dealing with. So I'll just, you ever look at somebody, you like, if I bring this situation to you, because you're being dysfunctional with that personality, and I want to
Mhm.
make you aware of it, but I feel like I'm gonna get pushback, and then I'm gonna end up being the bad guy. You ever get that? So I'm like, oh, okay. I'm not even going to check you. I'm walking away because I know you're not going to change. You're set in your ways. I don't know if you'll take accountability. I already can
And you
see
don't
it
want to
in
waste the
you.
energy.
Yeah. So I was like, look, I'm at an age now where I can't deal with a lot. I'm going to just repeat that. I cannot deal with a lot at this age. Like, I'm telling you, noise bother me. The kids, like, I'm asleep. My daughter's making noise. I'm like, hey, it's too early for that. So I'm very fragile at this point. I don't want to deal with
I'm the same
nothing.
way. I don't like repeating myself.
Yes.
Like, not at all. I don't want to repeat myself about anything. I don't want to go back and forth with you about anything.
Right.
I want to say how I feel. And after that, it is what it is. I'll
Yeah.
listen to you because I want to hear what you have to say because your opinion does matter. How you
Right.
feel does matter.
Right.
But at the end, if we can't come to a place of agreement, we're gonna agree to disagree. And I'm gonna be done.
Right. Right. I
There,
definitely I can understand it. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
there are times where I have conversations and when I was younger, it was okay, I'll keep this going. I have to keep fighting. I have to make my point. I need them to understand how I feel. Now I'll be like, I'm done talking about this.
Right.
You can continue to talk about it if you want to, but I'm done. I'm not going to
Right.
respond. And there's a strong possibility I might just go ahead and get off the phone or just not have the conversation with you anymore
Right.
because I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. It's too much energy for
Yeah.
what?
And it's crazy because you have to really put yourself in that mind frame. I never really wanted to lose people. And I always hung on to people even if it was hurting me.
Me
Now
too.
ask me if I care. Nope, I'm not doing it. If I feel like I'm gonna get pushed back, because I'm nice about it. Nobody can ever say I brought a situation to them and I was nasty. If you say that, then you's a bald-faced liar. But I try to be nice about it. But if I know that I can't be nice about it, because I used to do that again in my own household, and I think sometimes I would get an apology just to shut it down. And I'm like, well, wait a minute. I'm still hurt. You just apologize so that way you could just cut the conversation and it be done.
Then
And I'm
it's, well,
like,
what did you apologize for? Do you know what you apologize for?
right. Okay, I'm sorry. And I'm like, okay, I wasn't done. But then I just say, you know what? This is a person that just want to end the conversation. I'm gonna just let them be. So after a while, I just was like, it's certain things that I don't want to address. I'm just like, okay, this is my own dysfunction of wanting that extra to keep going, just
Mhm.
let it go. So now I'm learning that. So again, if I feel like I'm coming to you about you being manipulative, or I'm coming to you about you being selfish, or I'm coming to you about you trauma dumping, those are all personality traits. If I'm coming to you and I'm saying to you that you're just being whatever for the personality at that moment, and I can't get a positive feedback from it and we can move from it and you understand who you are as a person and try to adjust, not to say that I want you to change, then I'm not going through that. I know who I'm dealing with. I'm not even bothering. Clip, and we moving
Mhm.
on. That's it. I mean, that's what you have to do in this time in 2025. Just cut the person off. It doesn't make sense. Don't argue with them. Just cut them off. That's my advice. Just
Stacy
cut
said she's going into 2026 with a whole new friend roster, y'all.
cut. And that's not
I
even
know. Anybody can get it.
that. I'm listening. I have zero tolerance because I'm so patient. By the time I cut you off, you done did enough to get on my nerves.
Yeah.
Now I'm ready to be done. Okay, you're not getting it. I'm being patient with you. And if I give you grace, like say for instance, I'm a person that if I come to you and talk to you about it, it's because I truly love you, right? And I want us to be in a better place. But if I don't come to you and talk about it and I cut you clean off, it's because I already know I'm not doing it. I was like, I want
Mhm.
you to understand that I love you as a person and I respect you. So I'm going to come to you and talk about these things so we can have longevity. But if I know I'm gonna have a fight and I'm gonna end up being a bad guy, Clip, look, Tamara said, "Hey honey, how are you?" She said, "Understood." Listen, I'm just saying, don't put yourself through stress with people's dysfunctional
Yeah.
personalities that they're disguising. They're rude, they're manipulative, they're selfish, and they're just wanting people to accept that. Don't accept that. Do not accept that. Let them go so you can find peace within yourself. And if it's something that you're suffering from, then change yourself.
Mhm.
Maturity of the essence. If we can't conversate respectfully, then there's nothing else to talk about. Exactly.
And
And
that is
not
true.
exactly. And not everything that a person come to you and talk to you about, you're gonna like, right? Because nobody wants to hear they're doing something wrong to the next person. That's just real life. But for
Mhm.
me as a person, if I come and talk to you, that means it's been bothering me for a while. I'm not just picking stuff out of the air to say, hey, I'm picking with you. No, I'm really genuinely expressing to you how I feel. But
Also, just
again,
a warning before she cut you off.
that is not the case. Because if I didn't have that, I would never talk to them. I just would just let it be, right? But if I do come to
Yeah.
a person, I truly, truly love them. Because again, I have patience of a mule. I hate it. It's a curse. I don't like the patience I have. I wish I could change it. I want to wake up one day and be like, cuss them out. F you, beep, burr. I mean, just cussing them out. I can't
Like,
do
yeah.
it. It's not in me. That's just not me. So I have a beautiful spirit, but sometimes it's a curse for me. Sometimes I just want to be the ugly ogre so people could just understand where I'm coming from because my
Oh yeah.
kindness is taken for weakness sometimes. But yes, that is definitely true. But I want people, oh, look, 9 o'clock came, girl, and went. So hopefully, this show, we definitely are trying to wing it. Our co host is not here. So our third opinion is just missing and we love her, so we're gonna give her some time to get herself
Yeah.
together and we'll start fresh in 2026. So that way she can have a fresh start and we could talk about her experience and everything and kind of get back acclimated. But for right now, we just doing what we do. So hopefully you learned from this show tonight. Tamara said, I love uncomfortable conversation. It helps to see each other, to see other perspectives, but some people just avoid it altogether or only open that side to whomever they want.
That is true.
That is true. And that's a dysfunction in the person because it becomes like a narcissism almost. It's like I get to say how I feel, but you can't say how you feel.
Mhm.
That's crazy, but that's also another dysfunction. But
Mhm.
again, people carry their personality traits and it's from unhealed trauma. Okay.
That they need
So
to work on.
definitely need to work on. So hopefully somebody from the show that was watching got something from this tonight. If you are that person, change. This show
Take
help you
take
reflect.
accountability.
Please take
Make some
accountability.
improvements.
Yes, be different because
Give
sometimes
others, forgive yourself.
and you don't have to change these aspects of your life because you want to bend, right? You could still put your foot down,
Mhm.
but also give people room to give you grace, right?
And give yourself grace.
And give yourself grace. So this was a good show. I mean, I learned a little bit about myself tonight, and I hope others did as well. I hope you enjoyed it. We'll have our next show in 2 weeks, and then
Mhm.
we'll go on our Christmas break. So I will see y'all in 2 weeks. But you have definitely been unplugged.
Unplugged.
Thank you for watching.
Have a good night, y'all. Thanks for tuning
Night.
in.